Hey, hello, your second trial with Wolf Gorlick, a few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today looking at support scams, which we've all heard of, I'm sure, by this point, but also the need to talk to our parents about cybersecurity. You know, everyone's getting older, right? And it's weird as you kind of cross this threshold, you go from taking care of yourself to taking care of your kids to taking care of yourself for a little while to taking care of your parents. And recently, my father unfortunately fell victim to one of these, support scams. And I'll cover it in just a minute. But the tip for you is this: talk to your parents about cybersecurity and make sure that they're aware of what these scams look like, what to watch out for, so they don't fall prey to it. Here's what was: guys on his computer, my dad, clicking around doing what dads do on computers. I probably don't want to know too much. And the computer locks up and it pops up a dialog box from Microsoft. He's like, oh, I clearly need support. And the phone rings, right? Because it's asked for the phone number and gives you a phone number. So my dad's on the phone number with Microsoft. So tip for you: Microsoft does not monitor the world for Windows that lock up and call you. That doesn't happen, in case you're otherwise thinking it did. So then this support guy asks for remote control over the computer. My daddy goes, sure. Because in the corporate environment, that's what used to happen, right? Oh, your computer's locked up. Let me remote in and fix it. And it's like, okay. That's what IT guys do, I guess. Sure, Microsoft, log in. And so he's poking around, he's looking around things. And in the back end, what I'm sure he's doing is looking for passwords for banking information, looking for passwords for social sites, any number of those things that can be monetized. I don't think my dad does a lot of online banking, so thankfully that wasn't the case. Thankfully, then he get hit. But the guy then goes, oh, there's your problem. You don't have a firewall. Another tip for you is that, most people on home internet are protected by the home internet firewall in their place. You don't necessarily need to buy a fancy, expensive firewall these days. You used to want to do that from like one of your major AV providers. Some folks still like it, but for the most part, if you got standard Windows build and you're on a home network and you're behind a, internet cable modem, you're okay. But Microsoft told them you need a firewall. So my dad does what anyone else would do. He push back a little bit, says, what about this? Says, what about that? No, you don't understand, sir. If you don't get a firewall on this immediately, you won't be able to use your computer. So my dad gives him his credit card. Runs the credit card. $699, by the way. Who would pay $699 for a firewall? Please don't pay $699 for a home firewall. So, credit card runs. Message pops up on his phone, my dad's phone, saying, hey, by the way, suspicious activity. My dad goes, I don't know, I totally did that. Another tip for you: when your controls say, whoop, whoop, something's wrong, gut check. Oftentimes it's hard to do. You think you know what you're doing, think everything's right. You're on the phone with Microsoft, for crying out loud. Of course it's a valid thing. Gut check. There's a reason those things are there. So, it hangs up. It's bothering him and it's bugging him. He finally, calls my brother. My brother is the IT wizard of the family. He's like, he does a lot more IT support than I do. He built the computer for my dad. I'm more on the cybersecurity side, so my dad's not necessarily going to call me because he doesn't think he got hacked. He calls my brother to say, why didn't you tell me I needed a firewall? I didn't have $699 lying around. And my brother's like, come again for Big Fuzz? And this is when we find out that, yes, my dad had been scammed. So this is a common occurrence. Anyone in cybersecurity knows this scam. Oftentimes we'll get this and we'll just pick up the phone because we're bored and we'll mess with the people. You know what I mean? It's something that happens every single day. But it's also not something, because we're so used to it, that we think to talk about with our parents. So we think to talk about with our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, the folks that really don't have $699 to go out the window, who are prime targets for this kind of scam. So my ask for you is this: please talk with your folks and warn them about these things. And because at the end of the day, if we don't talk to them about cybersecurity, someone else will. Often with an accent from Microsoft. Thanks so much.